You ever ask an AI for something and it just gives you back garbage? Something totally bizarre or unusable or just plain wrong? Yeah, we've all been there. The results are all over the place, and it feels more like you're pulling a slot machine lever than using a professional tool. Well, today, that all changes. We are going to turn that mess into a reliable method. Okay, let's get into it. It always starts with something like this, doesn't it? A vague, kind of urgent request from your boss. It's messy, it's missing a ton of details, and it's full of problems. Now, if you just copy and paste this right into an AI, you're going to get a generic, unhelpful mess right back. This is the exact kind of chaos we need to learn how to tame. So that's the million-dollar question, right? How do we translate that real-world problem into a command so precise that an AI can actually give us what we need? And I mean, give it to us on the first or, at least the second try. Spoiler, it's not about finding some magic words. It's about having a system. And here it is. This is that system. It's a simple but really powerful three-part framework. First, we're going to master the input. That's what we tell the AI. Second, we'll learn how to manage the output, which is how we check its work. And finally, we'll build the system. That's how we make this whole process repeatable and truly professional. All right, let's kick things off with part one, crafting the perfect prompt. This is all about giving the AI crystal clear instructions so it has the absolute best chance of succeeding. The core tool we're going to use for this is a framework called RICAP. I want you to think of it like a scaffold, a structure that helps you build a strong, professional prompt every single time. It's an acronym that makes sure you cover all your bases before you even think about hitting enter. And this is where the magic really happens. Let's break down RICAP. First, R is for role. You tell the AI to act as an expert, like a professional HR editor. Next, I is for inputs. You give it the raw material, those messy email drafts. Then C is for constraints. These are the rules, right? Tell it under 150 words or use a friendly but professional tone. Then A is for audience. Who is this for? In this case, new hires. And finally, P is for purpose. What's the end goal here? To reduce confusion and lower the number of support tickets. See, this structure turns that messy request into a detailed, actionable project brief. Okay, so you've written this amazing, detailed prompt. Job done, right? Well, not quite. Let's move to part two. A great prompt is a fantastic start, but your job isn't over. Now, we gotta handle the output, and the motto here is simple: trust but verify. And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Even with a world-class, perfect prompt, the AI can and will make mistakes. That's where you come in. You are the final, indispensable quality check. You bring the critical thinking, the industry context, and the common sense that these models just don't have. And one of the biggest dangers you have to watch out for is something called hallucinations. I just love this definition. Confident-sounding falsehoods. The AI can literally invent facts, make up statistics, or cite sources that don't exist. And it will do it with complete authority. If you're not careful, you'll end up passing those falsehoods right along. But here's a brilliant way to fight back against that. Instead of a weak, lazy request like, give me some sources, you have to get specific. A strong request asks for 2 to 3 verifiable sources with URLs or other identifiers. That simple change forces the AI to be way more rigorous, and it makes it 1,000 times easier for you to actually check its work. It's a night and day difference. So, to make this verification process systematic, you need a quality checklist, something just like this one. Before you use any AI output, you just pause and run through these points. First, is it clear and well-structured? Second, are the facts correct, and are the sources actually verifiable? Third, is this output genuinely actionable or is it just generic fluff? And finally, and this one is super important, does it meet your company's risk or compliance standards? This takes you beyond simple spell checking into the realm of true professional responsibility. Okay, on to our final pillar, part 3. We've crafted a killer input and we've verified the output. Now, how do we make this whole thing repeatable so we're not starting from scratch every single time? Well, you build an AI playbook. Look, the whole point of a playbook is to move from these one-off successes to a documented, scalable workflow. It's the place you store your best prompts and your safety procedures so that you, or honestly anyone on your team, can get consistent, high-quality results safely, every single time. So what actually goes in it? Your playbook should have a few key sections. First, the task and success criteria. This is where you define what a win actually looks like. Second, your prompt library. This is your collection of battle-tested, reusable RICA key prompts. Third, that quality checklist we just talked about. And fourth, metrics and ROI, so you can actually track how much time and how many errors you're saving. So let's bring it all home. After you put this whole 3-part system into practice, what's the actual payoff for you? As a professional, what do you really walk away with? What you gain is a legitimate professional toolkit. You're going to have a tested set of prompts that are built for your real-world tasks. You'll have a personal AI playbook that becomes a valuable asset you can use and even share with your team. And maybe most importantly for your career, you'll have a simple, clear way to track your return on investment, proving the value you're creating by saving time and cutting down on errors. So I'll just leave you with this final question to think about. It's really easy to just use AI, to casually throw prompts at it and just kind of hope for the best. But the real power, the true professional advantage, comes from building a deliberate system around it. So which one are you? Are you just a user, or are you ready to be a builder?